Ryan
What a
Gonzalez.
lame excuse.
I literally will like I've never texted him before, so I just defaulted assumed that I didn't have it, but let me check.
That was me for a second. I'm like, oh, well, he probably just isn't gonna. I don't know if he put my contact info
Yeah.
in.
Did he
Are
pick
you
up?
are you joining this call?
He,
Oh, okay. All right. So are you out for this? I'll just okay.
what is
I
he
guess
doing?
text when you're coming home. I guess, but you might. I guess maybe we'll just try to run this. We might run this without you. I don't know, or maybe I'll just bail
Put
on you. But
Tell
I
him to
don't
put
know.
on in some fucking AirPods.
All right. All right. Well, just text when you're coming home then. All right.
I'm gonna try moving to my computer right now.
All right.
So he's just out. I'm pretty sure he's shopping, is what he said.
Tell him to put in some AirPods, bro.
I don't know. It sounds like he's probably. I mean, I would assume he's doing it with somebody,
No, doesn't
unless
matter.
he's just casually fucking
Something I like to
shopping
call
for himself.
priorities and getting them straight. There's a reason I'm not doing homework right now. It's because this is infinitely more important.
Of course. Well, we can run this, whatever you guys want. If you guys want to just do it, the three of us.
I've been recording the past couple minutes anyway.
All right. Sweet.
I'm back on the phone. I don't know why it's not picking up the mic.
Bam,
Yeah,
killed a
we heard
mosquito.
nothing.
I know. I know you didn't hear anything.
Mosquito murderer over here.
Okay, so you already started recording, Danny?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Record them all.
Record these nuts in your mouth, bro.
God im.
Oh, bruh. Brother.
Shit. Honestly, I'm happy
Brother.
that we got back to doing this though, because like after 2 weeks of not doing it, I had a feeling it was about to fizzle out.
Bro, I was just so filled with rage today at work. Like I was
Filled with
fine. I
rage.
was fine up to a point where I just kind of like there was like some like straw that broke the camel's back, and then like some part of like a switch just flipped in my brain where I'm just like, I fucking hate all of you. And
Good.
then like, but like a good Irish American, I just pushed that all the way down and
Bottle it.
just kept shoving until 6 o'clock, which is like, all right, we're closed. And this one lady would not leave the store. So I just like, after saying like on like the loudspeaker, like, hey, we're closed, like we're closed, you got to bring your items or you're not gonna like, we're not gonna sell anything to you. I just walked up the stairs and turned off the lights, and she still didn't understand. So then I walked up
No
So then
chance,
I
dude.
walked up to her and I said, "You need to get the fuck out of here." And she's like, "That's no way to help a customer." I said, "I help customers from the hours
When they're
of
customers.
on Sundays 11 to 6." And I'm like, "I've been working all day." And she's like, "You're being very rude." And I said, "You're being very rude because you're keeping all of us here today." And she's like, this is like, well, I work today too. And I'm like, I don't care. You're clearly not at work. I am. You got to get out. Like, I have homework to do. Like, I'm like,
Right.
you need to leave. Like, I'm
I'm I,
not
I'm
selling you anything.
amazed at like the idea of like that's not how you treat a customer, and you're literally like, wait, it is no lo you are no longer a customer. You're just an
Yeah, no.
asshole in my store.
Yeah,
You're
no.
literally not even a customer because
Right.
we are closed.
Honestly, what I should have said is like that. I should have said, "You're no longer a customer. Get out. We're not selling anything to you." Like,
Yeah, get the fuck out.
and then like I just like, and then my coworker Dean, who's a lot more, you know, even tempered at this point. He just like, I just look at him and he just looks at me, and he just like kind of like, gives me like the fuck off. I'll do this with his eyes, and I'm just like, all right. And I just go to the fucking back, and I just hear him like ringing her up and like saying like, I'm gonna call corporate on that kid. Like, I don't know who he thinks he is. I don't know like what his problem is. And Dean the whole time is just, I just hear like,
Yes, ma'am.
no,
Yeah,
no, no.
ma'am.
He's literally just like, well, yeah, I don't know. Like, a couple points. He's like, I want his name. So I just shouted, Danny Flynn, and then like, And
At
then
at
and
this rate, I feel like you're gonna get either really nasty at hiding bodies or you're gonna get arrested. It's gonna be one of the two. You gotta do one of them.
I just like, well, that's the thing though. It's like that thing will just snap at me, and I will realize my position. Like it's almost like an aha moment, where you're just like, oh, I work at a liquor store that I really couldn't give two
Speaking,
fucks about, bro.
all
Like
of the stories you tell are so funny.
speaking, and then like
I want to see the manager.
speaking,
Speaking.
yeah. I should like the turnaround, like, hello.
Honestly,
Put
though,
on a fake voice.
that's just like a power thing right there. Like the second you realize you don't give a shit if you get fired or not, you just feel so much confident, like
Or
more
just that they
confident.
won't fire you because they just know that you're reliable and the people you're dealing with are gonna come back no matter what, these addicted fucking idiots, and you're
Exactly.
actually
That's
doing a good
true.
job.
And like, which is ironic because this is like the one reason why I wouldn't want to get fired, right? It would be very easy for me to get, honestly, even a better job on paper. But like,
Mm,
the reason I wouldn't want to get fired from this place is because they wouldn't fire me for doing that. They would agree
yeah,
with me,
you can just be
laugh about the
yourself.
fucking cunt of a customer, and then she'll be back next week because she's a fucking alcoholic.
Yep,
At
goddamn.
least, at least I know for the place I work, they waited like a whole month, like to send me. Like they waited a whole month for me to be ready to work there. They did, which means that like not a lot of people were applying to this position in the first place, and then
Wow.
spent $5,000 on a PC for me.
Oh my God,
Hello.
And,
that's a bad
and
investment.
yeah, it's an awful investment. I would have never.
5K? And did
Uh,
they build it or like who designed the PC and said it needed to be $5,000?
they so basically what happens with them is like I got them like the whole spec sheet, everything written up for what to go get at Micro Center for
So
like
you built
probably
your PC,
yeah, basically like
or
I
you
had it built.
had them build a PC for you, basically.
No. What happened was they asked me what specs I needed. The EIT guy didn't really know what I needed. And so I gave him like a spec sheet to go to like Micro Center and get for cheap. And apparently he's like, "Oh yeah, I can't go to Micro Center. The bosses see that kind of like thing and they think it's made in China and cheap, so they don't want it." And he ended up spending like shelling out like an extra couple thousand for an Alienware with the same specs.
It's funny because
Wow.
Alienware is like so fucking mediocre.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like for price at least, right?
If
It
you
just
spend two
doesn't matter
thousand
that
dollars
much.
on an Alienware thing, you're actually just buying like $1,000 thing.
Oh yeah. It's like double the price of whatever the PC would be if you just got like a normal case.
Literally Apple, I guess then, huh? Sounds like Apple.
Eh,
Basically. I
Yeah,
mean, but
pretty
with
much.
Apple, you at least get the Apple OS. Alienware just gives you Windows.
That's true, I guess.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, like, well, how much is an Apple phone going for now? How is like what's the I don't even know what's the newest Apple phone.
I
Good
don't know.
question, bro.
12?
I mean, I definitely don't know,
I
but let
think
me
they
check.
skipped the number nine,
I
right?
see 14 when I type in iPhone. Holy shit, it's 14.
Windows 14 or Windows 14, Apple fucking
iOS,
iPhone.
iOS 14.
Oh no,
Yeah,
is
it's
it
it.
iOS or is that the latest phone? Hold on, I'm looking.
iOS is the software. iPhone is the hardware. So
What?
14 is the latest hardware device. Let's see what the latest
Oh, and
iOS version
Pro
is.
Max. All right, let me see
Oh,
how
it
much
says
it is.
iOS 15 or 16 or something. Let's see. Okay, so 16 is coming out. They're currently on.
Let me go to
Oh,
Apple's store. iPhone.
Remember when phones like actually tried to have like names for their phones
Okay,
instead of it just being a number?
the i14, the iPhone 14
Hi,
Pro
14.
is $999. So it's a grand or $41 a month for 2 years.
Imagine getting a phone on layaway.
And that says
1,000.
before trade-in.
Oh, so maybe whatever. Maybe you can get some money back if you trade in your old phone. Woohoo!
So
Since when
Fan-
did like phones become
Fancy.
cars? Yeah,
Oh,
like why
Jesus.
is there a
Cars are even
payment plan?
more terrifying, bro. Jesus
I
Christ. I didn't
guarantee you,
realize how
like
expensive cars were.
yeah, it's
like
ridiculous, dude. I'm going through that same process right now.
I know,
I,
yeah, I think it was you, because I mean, my whatever, Mackie's mom just gave us their car, so I've never had to like search for one ever. We just had some dinky old Prius that just is obviously the fucking shit, even though it's old. But now, whatever, the idea of buying a car and being like, oh, you can't just buy a working one for like 3K, and everyone's like,
Oh, absolutely not.
or like the used car market right now is like the worst it's been in
Mm,
a
Well, it's
long.
also you like I think you're a moron if you buy a new car and you like just straight up don't have the money for it.
At this
yeah,
point,
that's
though,
true.
like with how expensive used cars are, you might as well just buy
Yeah,
Well, the
no,
crazy thing
because
though
the
is like
thing
you lose
is
what,
you
75% of your value? Isn't
y-
that the rate?
you buy a used if I buy a used car, like let's say I buy a used 24 or 2012 Honda Civic, right? Or 2014 Honda Civic. And then I then am like, "Oh, this car is a piece of shit. I'm gonna sell it." You sell it the next day for the same price that you just bought it for, if not more. If I
Dude,
go to a
wait,
store and
not
or if
even, dude. Yeah, you drive, if you leave their parking lot,
it's
if
the
you turn on the car, you lose 75% of the value. It's
yep,
like literally, there's
it's
just no
it's the
reason for you not to
fastest
buy a car from
depreciating
last
item
year.
in like in the
Wow.
entire world.
Yeah, is there
all,
anything
all I'm
less?
saying though, like a 2014 Honda Civic right now is 15K. A new Honda
2014?
Civic is
Oh my God.
a new Honda Civic's 20K. You're only spending 5K more, and you're just gonna get more life out of it
No, but
because
just buy a
yes,
fucking 20. Still though, it's like the same concept. Just buy like
I
whatever, a
no,
2019
no,
one.
it's not
Don't
the
buy a
same concept.
2020,
It's
bro.
not the same concept because Danny, you're not gonna sell a car the same day that you buy it. Like it may lose value the second you drive off the lot, but like the
well
difference is
that
a
was an
24.
example. If like a
Oh
year
no, no,
goes
no.
by, if a year goes by, I take like if I buy a car for like a used car off of like fucking Craigslist for like 4 grand, 5 grand, and then I sell it a year later, you'll get 3 grand out of it. If I get a new car and I sell it a year later, you're selling it for like half price.
Danny, if you're buying a Honda
Wait,
Civic,
I'm
you're
so
not selling a
confused.
car after
He's
a
bringing up an
year.
interesting point. The idea of a Honda Civic, I'm looking at this. At least this is what the Honda website says. Who knows what this means? Starting MSRP 22K for a 2022 Honda Civic, whereas if I look up 2020 Honda Civic, I go to CarMax and the lowest price is $30,000. Wait, what?
Like if you're buying used at this point, like seriously, you're just buying something with high mileage. It's gonna die in a year or two. At least when you buy the new car, you're only spending 5K more, and it's probably gonna last you 10 years.
Well, in this case, it says it's charging you less to buy the new car, which can't be real. I don't
No,
know
that's
what's going on with
hold on, let
that.
It
me
is. It is. That's what
Something's
I'm
weird,
saying.
bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. The used car market is insane right now. Don't buy used right now. You're honestly better off buying new.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just
what
can't. I
about
don't know.
leasing?
I don't even know what that means, bro.
A
Leasing.
lease right now might be a good idea. Yeah,
You
I
can like
think.
Leasing
lease
isn't
out
just like
cars.
paying it month to month or something, year to year.
Yeah, you rent it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, that seems super worth, especially if you don't know if you're going to live in the area for a long time. I feel like buying a car is only worthwhile if you're going to live in the same area or if you just know you're not going to live in a city ever, basically.
Well, the thing about a lease is though, like you do have like mileage limits.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're like, yeah, you're not like because when they get the car back,
It's got
you're renting it.
200,000 miles
Yeah,
in it.
they don't want it to be used all the way up. So you have a mileage limit for how much you're allowed to use, and they charge you a surcharge if you go over it. And
Wait,
it's not
that's
that
super
hard to go
interesting.
over it.
Yeah, I didn't even know that market existed. Damn.
Well, also, but for new cars, you also need to pay them off, and it takes like it takes 72 months to pay it off is the most common loan term.
All right, but would you?
But
Do
you'd
you
still have
have?
to take a loan, I guess,
Yeah,
for a used car is, I guess, the issue. It's
yeah.
just if you have the money up front, everything's easier. I guess the problem is if you just end up having to take a loan out at all, you're gonna be fucked.
Well, either way, you're paying off new cars.
Well, you're paying off an old car if you buy it at a dealership. Unless you have 15K up front, Danny, because if you're buying it on Craigslist and you're buying it for 15K, you need 15K.
Well, yeah.
Or you could go to the dealership, get something that's only $5,000 more in about 8 years newer with 100% less miles, and then you just put a down payment with what you have. You're better off new. I'm just telling you. Right now, you're better off new.
Interesting. I mean, it could be like the graphics card kind of thing, where it's like just better off to buying like when I literally bought a pre-built because the graphics card inside the fucking machine was
Less expensive
yeah
or worth more than the
yeah
machine is like around
exactly
it. Yeah, yeah.
exactly like I spent like I spent $1,600 on this thing, and the graphics card inside it at the time used was around $1,000, $1,100.
Yeah, Danny saved me
Yeah.
like who knows how much money. I mean, I just wouldn't have bought it, so he saved me like 8 months probably worth of having a fucking shitty laptop
It's
despite being
just going
a
down now.
developer and a fucking gamer. I would have just I can't even I literally can't even play on it anymore. I'm so spoiled.
Oh no, yeah, no. Once you like get a graphics card, there's
Well,
like
this
there's no
dude,
going
I,
back.
I I took Nate to the PC cafe and it said he was just like completely overwhelmed for 2 games because of like the curved monitor and shit. And I was like, oh yeah, oh nice, dude. And then we left and he was literally like excited to go back to his laptop. And I was like, you are the only person I've ever met who feels that way.
I
I
don't like the curved monitors. I don't.
Oh, well, it just was for him. It wasn't specifically the curved monitor. It just was going from a laptop to a full keyboard, mouse, curved monitor, like actual PC setup because he's just been playing on a laptop for like 10 years.
No, I get him though because like the the actual keyboards are like a different shape.
For sure. Yeah, that
I think
definitely
it's more
takes practice.
like even I'll go to like Troy will go to fucking OP or whatever, and like I'll like need like a couple ARMs to get into like the mouse, the slightly different DPI, the fucking keyboard, the
Maybe
single
that's just
large
me.
monitor, and then
Maybe after
I'll come
switching on
home.
so many, I have like no problem doing it
Well,
anymore.
I'll like play a game or two and I'm into it, and then like I'm fine, depending on the setup, especially. Sometimes like you get weird shit, but
Yeah.
and I'm also used to like higher sensitivity and a smaller mouse pad, and like
Oh
every
yeah.
single PC cafe is not that.
Well, that's just for Valorant. It's literally just because it's strategic to
Well,
have.
it's for first person shooters. It's
Right, right,
in
right,
general
right.
where it's just like you a bigger mouse pad is
Well, wait, is
better.
it like is that that's so interesting. Is that for all FPSs or
Yeah,
just like Valorant type, whatever those type CS:GO type games?
unless you're incredibly good at like a high DPI and a small pinpoint aim,
But
the
like, but think about
bigger.
like turning around in like like Call of Duty or Halo or something
Yeah,
like
but
that. Like, don't.
you just people. So what people will do will set up their a complete 180 in a video game will be from whatever they're comfortable going from left all the way to the end to the right, and it's like and they'll like set up like what their little kind of like a windshield wiper almost of
Yeah.
like, and then that should be a full 180 turn or 360 turn.
They just memorize the distance basically, so
Well,
they get used to it. Yeah,
and
I guess
yes,
so.
so it's like I like smaller just because I can do the same thing and I don't really move my hand around as much, you know.
Yeah, and I just also, especially since maybe it's because we're used to fucking LAN parties, but I don't think I have the space for a mouse pad of that size.
Yeah, right. Well,
Yeah.
some people also just get like a giant mat for their desk, and it'll just be
Or just covers the whole thing.
like I have one right here. Like I'll sometimes actually when I am playing like Apex or whatever, I actually will take my mouse pad off and just use the mat on my desk.
That's pretty smart.
So,
Oh,
welcome to the Oddcast. Today's topic.
yes, sir. 30 minutes in. This is the Oddcast, everybody, where we discuss random shit. Sometimes video games, sometimes not. Sometimes Brian's parents having sex, sometimes not.
Yeah, sometimes not that. Sometimes we're raunchy, sometimes we're not, but we're always for quirky white girls.
Taylor, I gotta
Yes,
ask,
sir.
how many views we got?
8.
8.
Let's go!
Honestly,
Rocking
did
the 8.
better than I thought.
Yeah, same
I
actually.
was about to get on your case in this follow up because I was gonna be like, because I saw three, I'm like, okay, there's four of us who didn't listen.
I didn't.
I actually haven't listened yet either, to be perfectly honest.
I clicked the link, so it actually probably
So
did
nobody
count me.
listened but me.
Is there a way for you to actually like listen to it through and like or to see who listened to it through and through, or is it just like you can only see
No,
who just like clicked the link and played it for like a second?
I could see it gives me like downloads, quote unquote. So like I could see how many people listen to it. And it would tell me unique versus total times. And I think we got like 10 total times and like 8 unique visits. So if none of them were you, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I was a visit and I listened to
That
like
doesn't
maybe
count.
5 minutes.
Oh, that might have counted. I'm not sure what counts. I don't think you need to see it all the way through.
I bet you almost $100 that there was one person who listened to it through and through, and it was probably you.
I definitely did. I did listen to it.
My question is, what have you guys been playing recently? I'm pretty sure I saw Tether playing some League of Legends, which he seemed to have taken a long break from. Why did you take a break from it again? Was it because you were just heinously addicted to it in Adderall?
No, no, I didn't
Why you
choose to
at me,
be.
bro?
Like
I'm adding myself, don't worry.
my laptop broke, and then I didn't get it replaced, and then I got this new PC, and I was in the middle of moving, and it was also just really hot, and I didn't want to play.
It was
So
hot, like what? Like the PC or just in general?
That's the
in
worst
general,
weakness.
It was, yeah, it's too hot for League of Legends, bro.
bro, I literally almost threw up from the heat, and it was bad. Anyway, so that took 13 months or so, and now I'm kind of getting back into it.
Yes,
You were online though. Yeah, Troy. What's actually no? Don't say it on the podcast. But like, you changed your name. I don't know who you are anymore.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't care. People can dox my League of Legends name. I'm come get your milk.
Ah, that's you.
I changed mine to Wook on Wheels.
Yes, if anyone's looking for some milk in League of Legends, obviously hit me up. You can come get it anytime.
If anyone
Especially,
needs a Wook on Wheels,
he's your guy right there.
find someone else because Troy's already got me.
So Tether, wait, what did you do while your laptop was broken? What did you rediscover being a non-degenerate, or did you find a new way to degenerate like we did?
Well, I became. Well, I readjusted to life. Got a job.
Oh my
Uh,
God,
got a
that's
girlfriend.
incredible.
Fuck,
That's
dude.
incredible. All those things are incredible, bro. Wow.
Started making more money. Started,
Sucks I
getting
just
into
can't do that.
dramas and HBO shows, and
Ooh, which ones?
I lied about that last
You're a
part.
piece
I
of
just
shit.
wanted to see. I just wanted to seem cool. And no, I just continued to rewatch South Park for 13 months,
Good.
and
That would drive me insane.
yeah, it did drive me insane. Which is why I'm getting back into League. I discovered sangria. Uh,
Sangria. Ooh, nice.
yeah, I've been getting more into sangria and olive oils.
Okay. What about olive oils? What is this? Is a new passion of yours?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
I found out that there's more types of olive oil than extra virgin olive oil, and I realized I
Wait,
could
you don't
cook
like the
egg.
extra virgin? Come
Oh,
on.
I do like the extra virgin, but you can't
I
deep
only
fry with
fuck with
it.
extra virgin, bro.
You can deep fry with olive oil. Apparently,
You can deep fry virgins?
no, no food.
What if they're extra virgin though, like me, until I hit puberty?
Well, welcome back to
What
playing League of
you had
Legends, which
sex the
makes you
second
extra
you hit
virgin.
puberty?
That's true.
Wait, Troy. What age did you hit puberty, and what age did you lose your virginity?
Oh, actually, no, that's true. There was a long gap even
Yeah,
after I
there's
hit
that.
puberty.
Bro, that
So,
gap. That gap is excruciating.
but I'm just saying I looked extra virgin for like an extraordinary period of time, and then I looked only semi-virgin after puberty. How about that?
Well, before puberty, you were a child. So
No. No.
what do you
No.
mean? What do you mean? No?
No.
That's what puberty is. You were just a child. Of course, you look like a
He's
virgin.
just a
Yeah.
little boy.
He's
Oh, like
just a boy.
that
Jimmy,
8-year-old.
no.
Oh, that 8-year-old Troy is a total slut up for her.
They called me a stud when I was 6. I was comfortable with it. Yeah.
Who the fuck called you a stud?
Um,
Who used that kind of? I don't believe that.
Me.
Who used
I
that
groomed
I
language?
don't know.
Troy.
It was Danny. Danny was
Danny.
always there supporting me, bro. It wasn't grooming, it was supportive, all right?
Imagine like
Supporting in a sexual manner.
That's what Drake has been doing to Millie Bobby Brown this whole time. Come
Bro,
on.
yeah, bro.
It's all
Imagine-
support.
like,
Moral
a
and moral and sexual
7-year-old
support.
Lots
a
of
7-year-old
support.
grooming an 8-year-old.
Well, actually, we were the same age. He's
Can
only
you
12
groom
years
someone
older
that's
than me,
older than you?
so...
I don't know.
I
That's
don't
the
think
thing.
you can.
That's why I think it would be funny.
Dude, it's actually so
Like in
heinous
the
how when I go to
IMs.
look up Millie Bobby Brown, the first thing that comes up is age.
Oh, God.
Who is Millie Bobby?
Jesus, bro. No, this is the actress from Stranger Things, the one that Drake's been obsessed with since he was like 14.
Oh my
The one
God.
with the weird jaw? The one who's
A
got
weird
teeth?
jaw.
The one with the
Jesus,
shaved
Yeah,
rip
head.
this poor girl.
The
No,
one
dude,
who
she's
the one who
fine.
wears the hat all the time?
She looks totally
backpack?
normal. What the? No,
Yeah, and then he's got the curly hair.
I don't
What?
think so. Are we talking about the same? Who are you talking about? She
From
doesn't have.
Stranger Things.
She's like bald in Stranger, or not bald. She's got a buzzed head in Stranger Things, bro. Are
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so it's not the one with the curly
you talking
hair
about?
and the weird teeth and
Are you talking about
back.
Nancy? Everyone thinks Nancy's like. I've never heard
Oh
someone
no,
roast
not
Nancy
Nancy.
like that.
Not Nancy. It's got the backpack. It's always making gadgets.
Making
Are you
gadgets.
just thinking of an entirely irrelevant
Are you
TV
thinking
show?
of from fucking
No,
Stranger from Arcane?
No, he's in Stranger Things. He's got the gap teeth.
He?
Oh, the Gap
Yeah.
T? Oh, the fucking annoying one. No, I know who you're talking about. That little
Yeah.
What are
dude.
you talking about? I
No,
have
no, the curly
idea.
hair fucker.
Yeah.
Talking about that guy, Dustin? We're talking about a guy.
Dustin,
What?
dude.
What
He's
are
got
you?
such a punchable fucking face.
He's actually such a chiller, though. Especially he's such a memer in real life.
Well, maybe it's just because I saw him in this really cringe fucking advertisement that like,
Oh boy.
and I was just like, I hate you. I hate you. All respect is gone.
Wait.
I think it
Oh,
was like
Millie
for
Bobby
like
Brown
it
is
was so
18.
cringe though. It was like, hi, blah blah here from Stranger Things, and I'm just like, oh no, this is not happening.
Also, is it just me or
I
just
shared my screen if you want to see Dustin from Stranger Things, everybody.
I want to make sure.
I'm looking at Millie Bobby Brown. I'm looking at Millie Bobby Brown right now.
Look it up.
Bro, we gotta make that. We gotta make that the
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 Oddcast cover.
background. Yeah, the
The
Oddcast
Oddcast.
background for this one.
Wait, where is it? Where is it?
Look at this
He's
one.
sharing his screen.
Jesus.
Oh, wait. I'm not in it. Oh, fuck.
Oh, I gotta remember this.
One
fucking minute
sec.
mark. 28 minutes.
That's fucking funny. I'm looking at Millie Bobby Brown though.
That's amazing.
Apparently, boys, she's 18.
Yes, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
now
It's
she
been
is.
a topic of major
Also-
conversation.
Also,
How's that
is it just
TFT
me?
match going,
I'm
bud?
looking at these pictures of her
Chill.
with blonde hair. She looks like, no offense, she looks great, but she also looks like 25.
Who?
I've only watched like Millie Bobby Brown. I've only watched season 1 of Stranger Things, so it's kind of jarring to see this right now.
Yeah,
Like,
she looks
look-
very different in real life.
Yeah, she looks like an entirely different.
Yeah, I think that's because in Stranger Things she's supposed to be like a child that was removed from society for her entire life
How do they make her look
in a
so?
basement lab. They just
So
buzzed
much
her
younger.
hair, dude.
Bro, she was. So
She
she's
just was
18.
also like, she was definitely just like 15 when they were filming. Like it definitely is.
She-
They've been
she's
filming for 4 seasons.
18 right
Oh.
now, and she is,
Yeah.
dude, 2004. Holy fuck.
See, Stranger
That's
Things
like
came out in
13 years old.
2016, so they probably started filming in 2014, which means she was literally fucking. She was like actually like 14 years old when Drake started grooming.
That's like, oh shit, Drake was trying to hit that.
Drake's been into her for a long time. I'm pretty sure he's probably stopped now because people are like, hey, that's not cool.
He saw the bald head. like Eggo waffle.
No, he saw the bald head, and for some reason that was what it was.
It was a bald head and the Eggo waffles. He's like, I like both of them. My
He
dick is
wanted
hard.
to.
Wait, I don't get it. I literally don't get it.
Oh, Millie Bobby Brown is deaf in
Yep,
ear.
yep. He was texting her at 14, 18-year age gap. Because I guess he was fucking
That's absolutely wild.
32. Jeebus. Yep.
Yikes.
Nice, my guy. Nice. Oh man.
Good looks for sure.
Baby, you
How
are
hard is it to
wild.
just like not be a piece of shit?
It's funny. It's the people that are in power or like that have achieved this sort of notoriety that for some reason are fiending for it. I guess just because they've been handed shit their whole life and they've been told it's okay to do things like this. I don't know, because they're fucking
What, like
famous.
for underage?
No, well, you just always hear about like I don't know, like famous comedians and shit doing like super creepy shit. Like what is it, Chris D'Elia, the other guy that was grooming like teenage girls at
You
his
know who?
shows?
Can we
You
just
know
like
who I'm
stay with
surprised.
people in our own age group, please?
You know
Yeah,
who
that'd be nice.
Or at
I'm
least just keep it
surprised.
legal.
You know who I'm surprised there's no allegations.
Who?
Like those Penn and Teller guys.
Tenant? Who?
Penn and Teller, the magicians. Like there's a one dude who doesn't speak. The other guy's like big with the glasses and like the ponytail.
I'm not big on big
I'm looking
magic.
this up. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Penn and Teller. You don't know Penn and Teller? Wait, hold on. I'm
I
gonna
looked up
send it in the chat.
Teller magician and I got WikiWan suggested to me.
Penn and
Penn
Penn and Teller. Yeah,
P-E-N
Teller.
Penn.
Penn
Two N.
Teller Fool Us.
Alright.
Oh yeah, I found these guys. Well, I mean, I don't know. They look like even if they wanted to, they'd have some trouble grooming girls.
Well, I don't know about grooming, but just allegations in general.
I mean, I don't know. To be perfectly real, I feel like it's not super surprising that the people that are famous in the magician crowd are not. They're just actually just weird. They're not like fucked up weird. They're just actually weird.
I guess you know what? Now that you mention it, yeah, like
Wait,
you know
People
what?
that are
have you guys
Like
heard
you
about this
look at
chess controversy though?
the chess controversy.
Apparently someone like shoved something up their fucking asshole to like get
Oh, this
fed
wait,
information and
wait.
it
I
was
heard
what?
about this, but that was what it was.
they literally like
It's become okay.
hold on, let me find this. I want
Let's
to make sure I'm
see.
not
Three
talking out of
days.
my
It was
asshole.
shocking to avid chess observers when World Chess Champion lost his third match, withdrew from the tournament. His opponent had cheated the accusation to the point where Elon Musk was weighing in and suggesting anal beads had something to do with this. Oh
Oh,
my.
so it was just Elon, alright, bet.
Wait. Why the fuck is Elon weighing in on everything? It's so like
It's so annoying.
it's kind of fucking
Stick to
like
treating your employees like shit and like go to fucking like I don't know, go advertise on the moon or something.
you funded a rocket launch. That doesn't mean you're a rocket scientist. But like even if you were a rocket scientist, it would still be annoying. Like there's no one like I hate Elon Musk and I hate fucking like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Well, Neil deGrasse
I
Tyson is a scientist. Elon
I,
Musk
I,
is was born because his parents made money off of slave labor in Africa. He inherited all the money and then just happened to be into science.
yeah. But what I said before was like even if what Elon Musk was a rocket scientist, he would still be fucking annoying. Because I'm thinking about it, like Neil deGrasse Tyson pisses me off too. He is a scientist. He's still fucking annoying. Does he really need to like review everything on Twitter? He's like that one nerd in school who like feels the need to fact check you on everything. You make a joke and he's like, well,
Well,
actually, that didn't happen.
actually,
Fucking
I don't know. I keep off of Twitter. The only time I actually went back on Twitter was when the Queen died for them fresh memes. And then I immediately uninstalled it again because I think Twitter is the biggest fucking cesspool in this nation, honestly.
Some people love
boy.
Twitter. Some people think it's good for news and shit like that,
That's
but
the
I
thing,
don't
it's
know.
terrible for news
Wait,
You
why?
mocking the Queen?
because then you just have fucking why do we have the president of the United States saying an official fucking thing at 3 in the morning, and it's like, no, like there should be a process. Someone shouldn't just be able to fucking like text out things in less than 360 characters or whatever the McFuck, and then just have that be set in stone information.
Well,
Yeah, that's another thing.
Zuck Daddy has been gracious enough to reject him from his site, so I guess the only space he's open to right now is Twitter, you know?
Hey, who, Biden?
No, I'm talking about. Are we talking about Mr. T? Are we talking about Donald?
I was just saying presidents in general, but
No,
it was mainly
president. Yeah.
Donald. But Donald got banned after he fucking did all the damage already, and then
I think like
was
that was like the biggest upset because everyone was like, "Damn, bro, Twitter's supposed to be a safer space for conservative viewpoints." Wow.
well,
Pretty sure.
it's more like, I mean, like, honestly, I like I'm I'm just shocked he's still getting talked about. It's like upsetting. That was the worst part about the Trump presidency for me, was that
Hey,
no
hey,
one
hey,
would
hey,
shut the
hey,
fuck
hey,
up.
hey, 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 shut the fuck up. No politics on this podcast. We're getting into a
Yeah,
politics
sure.
podcast.
Okay, okay. I mean, I think your point is totally validating. But yeah, let's skip on from that because we shouldn't talk about politics on the podcast.
Yeah, no, we're
Um,
not going to be another one of
So anyway,
those.
Ukraine and
And no
Russia,
true
bro.
crime.
so anyway, Russia's the best. Anyway, we all love our boy Putin.
Putin, he's definitely not getting his ass kicked in Ukraine.
He's definitely not 800 years old and like draconian vampire who's
The
probably gonna
fucking
die if they don't
bro.
keep feeding him the blood of young virgins.
You mean,
Extra
you mean
virgin.
Prince Philip?
Vladimir the Impaler, Vladislav.
Vandislav.
Where is my boy?
Oh,
God damn.
goddamn indeed. Anyone get fucked up recently or anything?
I'm fucked up right now. I'm probably about 6 drinks deep.
Oh my God, boyo. No, I
Drinking
mean,
sangria.
haven't been too
No,
fucked up. Oh, some homie did just casually bring Everclear to our party though the other day.
He
nasty.
had a
We
party and
had
didn't invite me.
we had like a pregame for with our kickball team because I'm on a local Cambridge kickball league,
That's amazing.
and some guy who I don't think I've shared more than 4 words with from my kickball team showed up 15 minutes early to our pregame with a bottle of Everclear and a family-sized bag of M&Ms.
That
I
is
was like, "This
the.
is for
I want
you."
to be friends with him.
My
Wait, yo,
thing,
I need more of that in
Leroy,
my life, bro. Can I
it was
join this
so
kickball
fucked
team?
up. I mean, he must have been fucked up because he just so casually came and just sat and just was like chilling. Like there was nothing weird about what had just happened. I shouldn't have even. I don't even know why I thought it was weird at all. It was like just casually walk into that pregame early with Everclear and offer them the M&Ms. Like here
you know what?
for you guys.
The Cambridge fucking nightlife scene sounds so whack because it's all like Harvard, MIT, fucking
Oh,
Northeastern kids,
yeah,
like
well, I
super
mean,
fucking nerdy kids, just like being unhinged for the first time ever and not knowing how to do it. And
well,
it
that's
must be fucking
interesting.
hilarious.
Well, I don't really spend a lot of time in the like college party scene these days, obviously. I mean, I think for the most part, it's like Cambridge and Boston in general is like it's not a club scene like New York. It's definitely more of like bars. Like every bar is like the
Oh, I
same
didn't say
level of like
club. I said nightlife.
consistent and I know, but that's what I mean. Like I'm just saying like the vibe is much more casual and you just show up, order a few drinks, sit and talk with friends, maybe do dancing or something depending on the bar, and then bail. But I mean,
You meet
I
anyone?
haven't had like any exposure to like MIT, Harvard kids really, unless they just happen to be at the bar. Like I don't,
Really?
yeah, I don't really see a lot of them.
You live in Cambridge and you don't see like the two biggest schools in Cambridge?
Well, they're not like noticeable. There's no like people walking around talking about fucking like thermodynamics or
Yeah, not
something in a
everyone's walking around
bar.
with like a Harvard shirt on or something like that. Like,
I'm obviously not. I'm just saying, like, just the fact, like, I don't
I
know.
don't
It
go out
must
in Harvard Square a lot. I imagine if I went out in Harvard Square more, there would be a lot more Harvard kids. But at least Central is like completely normal, and you're gonna get your like variety of college students. But you're
it
also just gonna
just
get
must
it's a
be
super young
interesting.
area. It's just a young area, bro.
It must be interesting though, like being like it's a young area, right? But it's a young, very nerdy.
I don't know. I think you'd be shocked, my man. I don't
I
think it's
think
it's
I think I
like
read like Harvard
super
like goes
noticeable.
super hard too, though.
Yeah, they're not like nerds. I don't think. I think the stereotype around like Harvard students is. I mean, I went to Tufts, and that those people were like, I'd say a majority are like nerdy. The people that go to Harvard and MIT and um all these other, I guess BU, whatever, Northeastern, they're like normal people. You can't just be a nerdy kid that sits and studies all day to get into these schools. You have to be like social and like
For
very capable.
MIT, I don't believe
Yeah,
that for MIT.
I
I
don't
like
know, bro. I don't have. I just haven't had
I
a lot
can't
of
I can't
conversations with an MIT student. That's just never
I
happened to
can't
me.
see like MIT not being nerdy. It's
How much
MIT.
time have you spent in
I was gonna
Cambridge,
say,
my
wait,
man?
Tether, when was the last time you were in Boston,
What
bro, or
are you
Cambridge?
talking about?
About 7 years ago, once for about 2 days.
So you obviously were checking out the drinking
You,
scene and
yeah.
party lifestyle 7 years ago in Cambridge.
And it was so snowed in, you couldn't get into anywhere. That was like when like the like 7 foot snow walls were on the sidewalk. Remember that?
Jeebus. Yeah, it sounds like a classic Boston time. No, Boston is like it's a very different vibe. Like I said, a lot of bars and mostly just like much more chill Guinness type drinks. And honestly, it gives me like UK vibes, maybe just because of the weather. But I mean, I don't know. Other than that, it's not that different. There just isn't as crazy club culture. People, I don't know, in New York, I feel like are going out at midnight, whereas here, people are coming home at midnight.
Home at midnight.
That's lame.
That's
Well, if
insane.
you're in a relationship, it's much easier to be lame, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, because it's like, all right, we gotta be home at this time, so then we can bang at this time,
Maybe,
and then we can
maybe.
go to bed.
Do you do that, Danny? Do you plan out when you're gonna bang?
When I
Like,
was
oh,
in a
we gotta get
relationship, it
home.
was like, no, yes, it was a very real part of it. It was like,
Well, yeah, gotta
oh,
find time when
hey,
you're when
we
you're
gotta
not
go.
tired, bro. Yeah.
I can't do that.
Because we're like, all right, if we're like getting
No,
back at like 2 or 3, it's like, well, I mean, I just
no,
kind of
well,
want
you're
to
gonna
pass out.
smoke and just pass out. Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know. There's got to be some level of coordination. I usually just do earlier nights when we're planning on doing that, though. It's like I'll either we're sending it, and then that's just not part of the
So,
plan, or
Okay,
so
so
you guys got a schedule,
even if
a
you're if
bang
if you're
schedule.
not getting any though, I think if you're not getting any, you're coming back at midnight. You need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and
yeah.
ask yourself if you remember how to have fun.
Yeah,
Well, it's also, see, here's the other thing though. So I agree that there's an indication that something is different. Something is different, but like I don't know, for a long time, even when I wasn't in a relationship, I liked the community around smoking. Just like getting ripped with people at like 12:30 or 1, I feel like is so fun, especially if you've been drinking since like 8 p.m.
gotta
No, like
disagree.
I think that's fine. Like because like you're like smoking hours is like 1.
Yeah, but like the smoking community sucks. I hate the smoking. It's
Oh,
so boring.
interesting.
Well,
Oh,
I think
interesting.
it's more like
Wait, that's you do? Even when like if you come back, everyone people are hammered, everyone's got like random stories to tell and people are ordering food, something's on the TV, everyone's just fucking chilling.
well, I think you mean
Yeah,
like
yeah, I hate that.
you
No,
mean
that's
Wow.
boring as shit. Yeah, like I prefer to be at the after party or passed out.
Very interesting. Yes, I mean that's just where you differ. I can have fun whatever. I have my time at the party and then I'm looking forward to also my time of just like getting dummy stoned and chilling with
I'm
people.
I'm not
Unless
like
I'm scheming, obviously, in which
if
case
I'm
that's the
ready to go
priority.
relax like that, I'm doing that by myself or with some like two other people maybe. Like
Wow.
I'm not going to like another place just to do that.
I
That's
actually
like
I
a
like
waste
that
of
more
time.
too. Like I like when the party's starting to fizzle out and that's when I'll like smoke with some people. Or
Exactly. Yeah.
or I'll do it like in like the middle of it if like it becomes a topic and I'm like, yeah, yeah, I got a joint. And they're like, like we gotta and then
Oh.
like y'all like kind of like shuffle outside and then like
Uh, that's different though. What you're talking about is smoking towards the end of a party when people start clearing out. What I thought you were talking about was going to another location just to do that, which just seems stupid to me.
Oh,
no,
I mean, I
no,
don't
no.
know. I'm just thinking about like in my like college dorm when I'm like whatever. I come home at 12 or 1 after the party's fizzling out, or if I'm just like done hanging with these people. And there's just always like at least 3 other rooms full of people just getting ripped and chilling, like because you're just in a dorm.
Okay, if that's like 3 other rooms of people, maybe. I kind of just hated the dorm life in general.
Yeah, yeah. Well, dorms suck. I don't know. It's nice to have fucking housing though. Sometimes it's a rip to have to fucking find housing, which I'm sure you know. I mean, you live in LA, right?
At least like with my school, they everybody kind of leaves campus junior year.
But do you guys have like available housing? Like that was our thing too, but it was always a grind for housing. We just happened to get lucky, so it was easy as fuck for us.
It was easy to find an apartment. It was really hard to find a house.
Oh, interesting.
The houses were competitive.
How much are fucking apartments going for in LA nowadays?
Where?
Yeah,
Yeah,
LA or
true, true,
Boston?
true.
LA, I don't know. It's pretty high. You know what's crazy though? The highest rental market, the most expensive rental market in the entire country right now
I'm sure
is
it's New
Jersey
Jersey.
City.
Yeah. Oh
Jersey
yeah, no,
City.
it is actually.
Holy shit.
It's funny because my brother just moved there.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's what he was saying, and I like part of me the first time he said it, I was like, no way, that's real. And then like the more he talked about it, I was like, Jesus, like wow,
Yeah. Like I
that's
know
Rental
someone
insane if
renting
that's
a
family on
even
rent. It's like
possible.
you cannot tell anyone in the family.
Oh
I
no, dude. Well, wait, you gonna tell everyone on the podcast?
No,
I
definitely not.
I know somebody renting
Message me privately.
a 300 square foot studio for like 4K.
300
Wait,
square,
what the
300, wait,
for 4K
that's,
a
I
month?
mean, that's in
Yeah.
LA?
No, that's in Jersey City. It
Jeebus.
in LA. In LA, I'm renting 1,050 square foot apartment for like 25.
Jesus. I don't even know my square footage, but that's just because it must be high enough. Um, man, I mean, Boston's expensive. It's clearly not nearly as expensive as those two places, though.
I don't know. It feels like every city's getting up there now.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's definitely going up.
Bro, New Jersey in general is fucking criminal. How
Kind
expensive.
of is.
It's
Like,
pretty insane how shitty the state is, and for the price it is, at least, you know? I don't know. Well, it's not
well, it's
like
just like
shitty. It's not like
it's just
that
like a
shitty, but
you live in New Jersey to not live in a city and to commute to the city to work.
and that's becoming now more expensive. Yeah, like that sucks.
Well,
The
I feel like at least for Jersey City, people are still kind of living in the city. They're not living in New York, but like they're not paying sales tax on everything. I
I
think that's the biggest thing.
I just don't get how like Jersey City is like now more expensive than like fucking like Midtown or Brooklyn or whatever. Like,
Jesus.
Honestly, at this point, it's better. Have you been to Midtown or Brooklyn? Like, it's gross there. Jersey City's like nice.
Well, Brooklyn's kind of. I mean, I
I
don't
like
know.
Brooklyn honestly.
Yeah, I might move there. I don't know about. There's no way I'm going to fucking Midtown. Fuck Midtown, but Brooklyn maybe.
But still, like even like living
Not like
in
you
New
have a
York City
choice.
is cheaper.
Like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
yeah, I
fuck.
choose to live in East Flatbush over fucking Midtown. Yeah, you made that choice. I believe. That was a choice you made. That
Oh,
wasn't just
that's
circumstance.
definitely true. That's definitely true that Midtown is much more expensive. But supposedly, it's so weird though. Like I always say that. I mean, Danny can attest to this. There's like I have a bunch of friends that live in Midtown, and like they're not, except for one of them, they like are not making a considerable income. And I'm always
How
like,
many people
why
they
the?
living with?
I mean, four
Yeah.
That's insane. You know how small a Midtown like space is probably that they could afford?
individually, you mean, for the
No,
single
at
or
all,
something?
all together, like that they could all afford. I guarantee you that they don't have their own bedroom,
They don't have their what? Sorry?
own bedrooms.
No, they do. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm sure they
They
do.
do?
I'm sure
Yeah,
no, but I'm sure what
their
it is,
place
it's
might
like
be a fluke. I think their place might be a fluke because it is incredibly reasonably priced for the location that they're in. And I always am like, you guys are dumb for living here. And they last time they were like, we're just not. This is not that expensive a place. It's cheaper than a lot of places in Brooklyn.
Interesting.
But
That's
I don't
weird
know.
how they
That might
split.
just be a weird location for them. I have no idea.
I mean, I know it gets cheaper by like Times Square. Wants to live there.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know how
I think
close they're
it also just
at.
gets cheaper with the more people you have because then
Definitely.
you can also have like smaller bedrooms, right? Someone's got to get the smaller bedroom. Who's making the least amount of money? Like,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
you just pay like less rent.
Bro, bedroom size differences are sometimes like criminal though. Like I was looking at a place here, and like there was this one apartment that we toured where one of the bedrooms was larger than the entire rest of the apartment, like
Oh
living
my
room,
God.
kitchen, and other bedroom. And
That's
then
like
the other bedroom was
bizarre.
probably small, like
Just
as
a
small as one
closet.
of the bathrooms. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
That's
was tiny.
bizarre.
Well, it's better than fucking China. At least we're not in China, guys.
Facts.
Have you seen the boxes that people live in?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Just pull a box out of the wall, slide in with your microwave and your TV, and built into the coffin around you.
Oh, bro, people are doing that in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's like these like co-living spaces. Like I know someone who's just renting a bunk bed for
Jesus.
not that much less than what I'm renting for. And there's like another
Jesus.
dude under him and like a bunch of other people in the same room. They all share a kitchen. They all share like there's like probably 100 people sharing like one kitchen.
How? What is this place like? What are these places even called?
They're called co-living spaces. Like you live in these big bunks.
Co-living.
They got like little office rooms. Like I guess they have like amenities and shit, but like you don't have a private
You
place to
just
sleep.
don't. Yeah, you basically. I mean, you buy that with the
Common
intention of
living,
only
shared.
sleeping in it.
It's basically like a luxury homeless shelter.
That's kind of what I was thinking to be honest. Okay, wait. So I
Um,
see this. It's called common.com and it's common living, shared living. So it's like at common, your rent gets you more. So they have 21 they're called homes. 21 homes in New York City, 11 in LA, 10 in San Fran, and then so on throughout the
oh
fucking
my.
country.
Wow.
Find
Well,
my home.
if you guys want to save some money, guys, this is your best option. Take it from the Oddcast. We're being sponsored by Common Living.
Move into common living space.
So co-living, all-inclusive rent includes Wi-Fi, utilities, weekly cleanings, and more.
Have you ever wanted to know when your roommate's jacking off? Have you ever wanted to know when five of them are jacking off? Move into co-living spaces
Have you
today.
ever wanted
They
to
have
just
short
squeeze
lease
two
options
people into
though.
a
They have
coffin?
like 3 to 5 months.
Wow.
Get more.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
I'm just trying
it
to get to the
seems,
price.
dude, it seems smart. Low key, like, I don't know. I imagine if you last minute hadn't got an internship or were doing something in New York and then just wanted, like, didn't want to spend the money, but wanted to have a good location and just, you'd just be spending most of your time at somebody else's place. Like, fuck it.
All right, wait. The co-living rooms are as low as $917 a month.
I mean, that's insane, right? For most of these cities. It's
Yeah,
fucking
but like
disgusting.
it would be insane if you had a room. You don't have
Yeah,
a room.
I guess the standard whatever for price has to change when what you're paying for is a coffin instead of a fucking
Yeah,
apartment.
you're paying for a bunk bed. Like
A
you're just
no,
paying.
it's literally a coffin with amenities.
Yeah, but like it's a step up from the homeless shelters because instead of like living with like a bunkmate that's a junkie, you live with a bunkmate that really, really likes craft beer, and and another dude with too many beard oils, and like that's what it is.
Wow, that sounds like an experience.
Sounds terrible. I couldn't imagine being. I hate seeing those people. I couldn't imagine sharing a bunk
I
with them.
hate seeing those
I
people.
hate seeing these fucking poor people that refuse to buy absurdly priced apartments for.
No, no, no. Hipsters. I hate seeing hipsters.
Oh, okay,
Hipsters,
okay.
bro.
Thank you for clarifying. Thank you for
Yeah.
I'm
clarifying.
not gonna lie.
Enough
So there are worse things than craft beer snobs, and they are bourbon snobs, and they're
bourbon
because
snobs.
they're all like these like middle 30s, middle to late 30s, early 40s kind of guy who like show up like well dressed, just got off the train, rode the bike here, healthy living, and they're like, "Hey, bud, is Dan here?" And they always feel like they're fucking above everyone, dude.
Oh man.
And they're
But
like,
the,
I'll be like, someone will just ask me like, hey, you got a bottle of Blanton's in? It's like they like try and like pretend like they know they're in on this little secret, and I'll just be like, and I'll just be like, huh, no, we don't. Or wrong guy to talk to about that, man. Like, I don't know, I don't know. It's like, oh, okay, is Dan here? Is your boss here? Is Dan here? And I'm like, I don't know. Have a look around. Like, just get the fuck away from me, dude.
You know what, Denny? Though you're so fucking right, because all those people who are whiskey snobs were craft beer snobs 5 years ago.
Until they
It's
were
just that
popular. Yeah,
until they were
exactly.
popular, and they're like, "Wait, oh shit,
I need
I need to
something
find
new
something
now.
else to be into."
See, I
Eh,
like craft beer for efficiency. Like, I'll have like, and I think like I think like they just taste better, and two, I can have two and be like in a pretty decent spot,
Honestly, I don't like them.
which is fair.
Every craft beer is
I just don't
like,
like beer.
hey, how many hops can I put in this? How bitter and disgusting can I make this? I kind of like appreciate like the cider ones and shit, but like it feels like every brewery is like, hey, check out our quadruple IPA.
I don't like that. Like, I don't like poppy bitter IPAs, like which like are pretty much I think what people think of when it comes to them. I like more of like the just clean taste like IPAs or like higher percentage alcohol like pilsners or like lagers or whatever.
Pil- Pilsners and lagers I like. IPAs I still don't like. They're just bad. I don't think they're good. Like even at the lowest tier, I don't think they're good.
Yeah, I
I
don't buy into it.
genuinely think people are pretending to like them.
There's
Like
It's
I'm
just
convinced.
acquired taste, bro.
it
It's the
is.
same as coffee. It's just like you drink it enough that you'll like it. So these
I
people are
actually
like,
like
oh,
almost like
I've
immediately
probably had
loved coffee.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
coffee
guess,
I
but
love first taste too. Wine I love first taste. Beer I love first taste. I've tried like 50 IPAs. I
50?
don't like any. Yeah, I keep on trying them. I'm like, maybe I'm gonna find the one I like.
well, here's an alternative. What if you're so hell bent on hating people that like IPAs that now you just can't help but hate them even when you try them? Like
That
you're
could be
saying it's
it.
them just forcing themselves to like it, or it's you forcing yourself to hate it for the exact, opposite reason.
You know what? Like honestly, that you could be 100%
You
correct.
could be.
I don't know, but that's entirely possible. I feel like I see enough people with a beard and like square glasses and like a fucking beer belly,
No,
approach
Fuck
approach
these
a
people.
fucking
No,
bar
I
counter
hear
and
it,
be
dude.
like, do you have what's the IBU on this? I think hearing
Yeah,
that
no,
one
no, yeah,
was
no.
enough for me to be that way.
No, no, dude,
No,
no.
I feel you,
Dude,
dude. I could
I
never
had this guy
appreciate
come in
that.
today. He was like, "What's like your most like eccentrically hoppy IPA you have?" And I just looked at him and I just pointed in some random direction and walked away. Like, like,
Oh my God.
how do you answer that question?
Eccentrically happy IPA. You, you,
What
you,
does that mean?
Eccentrically hoppy. And I'm like, "Are you just trying to sound smart right now?"
Eccentrically hoppy, bro.
you
My
know
God,
this.
his friends think he's a little crazy.
Yeah, you know this dude just didn't drink in high school and wants to like catch up for the fact that he missed out on all that. So now he wants to seem like he knows everything about booze.
Well, it's like you could be like knowledgeable about booze and like have like a decent conversation, and you can just be like pretending to be knowledgeable about booze and have like a
No,
con.
no. Honestly, I don't think that any people like who are legitimately like that type of person who just like is into fine alcohol is into craft beer like religiously.
You know who I
It's
think
always
is like
I
really
think
into craft beer? The same people who wear card hearts when they like just work at a computer all day. Like
yeah, it's people
like
pretending
it's
to be in
white
lower
collar
class.
people who want to have the aesthetic of a blue collar person. Meanwhile, the blue collar
Exact.
people are just buying the cheapest shit to get the job done.
Of course.
Like the actual connoisseurs though, the white collar people act white collar. They're all into wine. They're into cognac. They're into like actually
Bourbon.
good shit. Yeah.
Bourbon.
Although, at the same time, though, there's also the people who pretend to be white collar or happen to be rich enough to be white collar, just that aren't white collar, like fucking like I don't know Persian people or something. We're just way too into
Whoa,
like
whoa.
Persian
Wait,
people. First off, that's no longer a country.
that is
Second
also
off,
just an incredible like generalization of an
No, no,
entire
no, no. You
population.
first off, you haven't. First off, Persians in the U.S. call themselves Persian because they know that they have tense relations. That we have tense relations with Iran, and they don't want to be called Iranian.
okay, good. So you were just being respectful to them, obviously. Thank you for.
Yes, yes, of course.
That's great.
Second off, you haven't fucking met L.A. Persians. They are the worst. They're the worst to the point where many people in Iran, like you go on to like the Persian subreddits, the Iranian subreddits, the Iranians are ripping on LA Persians all the time because they're just suck.
Wow,
Insufferable.
I love it.
Like to the point where Iranians, like actual Persians, can't stand them. It's really funny.
It's the best when like British people like shit on America for being racist, and then you like walk down like and they just absolutely shit on like every fucking they're like, oh, those fucking gypsies, you can't fucking trust them at all, and like just like spit in their fucking face just outright, and it's just like, oh, that's a little hypocritical, don't we think?
Yeah, British people rip on us for being racist, and then you go to a soccer game.
Yeah, right. It's like,
That's
bro,
all I
Did
have
you,
to do.
did
I've
you
never
hear about the
owned.
people like cheering or something like during the moment of silence for the for the Queen of England when she died? There were just tons of
That's no,
people.
that's based as fuck.
There were it
No,
was the Turks. I think the Turkish were just like absolutely like in the fucking crowd, just roaring during the moment of silence during one of the
Good.
football games.
Fuck
I love it, dude.
monarchies, bro. Like,
Yeah,
soccer games though.
honestly.
Soccer games make the racism come out. Like I heard from my Brazilian friend, like Argentinian teams will come to Brazil and they'll make monkey noises at
Dude,
the Brazilians.
just the
Jesus.
most nationalistic sport. I mean, it's like America. It's like if the entire world had football. Imagine what America would be like with when we played against other football teams. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Yeah,
That's like that's like how it is. Except every single country has
Well, we had
soccer or
9/11
football.
happen, so we can't like bring flares into stadiums and shit like that. Like,
We can't
true.
kill the fucking ref. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That shit. Yeah,
like
I don't know. Like they,
if you shine a laser pointer at someone like an NFL match, like you're gonna get like thrown in prison for 4 decades. Like,
Jeebus.
meanwhile they're
Good.
doing it in like
you know,
their fucking football matches, and like it's just like, oh, like they're just gonna keep playing the game right now. Like,
you know what, you know what, you know what. Like I don't want to hear a single foreign country call the U.S. racist again because when was
Hmm.
the last time we cared about a soccer game?
we
And
no.
what event could be more
Oh.
racist than a soccer game? That's all I'm
Well, I mean,
saying.
I'll straight up say
A
like
KKK meeting.
we've also had like the most we are the most successful melting pot country in the entire world. Like, yes, we absolutely have these problems, but if you have this melting pot in any single fucking country, you're gonna have these shitbags who are just openly racist.
So like,
Hey, all right, guys. This is a perfect time for me to hop
I
off.
stopped recording.
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 Me to hop
I
off.
stopped